What's up everyone? Today I'm gonna be showing you how to reach Act 3 in Hollow Knight Silksong. While this act is technically optional, it really isn't if you want to truly complete the game. Act 3 gives you access to two brand new areas, Verdania and The Abyss, and it's also how you get the Sister of the Void ending, which many players consider to be the true ending of Silksong. If you're wondering how to get there, the main thing that you need to do is unlock a wish called Silken Soul. Now there are several requirements that you need to meet before this quest becomes available. However, before I get into those requirements, there is one crucial thing that you must have before we even start. You have to have the double jump ability, which you get by obtaining the Faydown Cloak. This upgrade is essential for reaching certain quest locations and hidden areas. If you haven't gotten it yet, you'll need to head to the peak of Mount Fay. I actually have a separate video that walks you through how to obtain it, so I'll link that in the description if you need help. Now that we've said that, let me break down each of the requirements that you need to meet to unlock Silken Soul. The first one, you need to complete all the wishes found on the Wishboard in each of the three settlements, Bone Bottom, Belhart, and Songclave. Your goal is to have these boards completely empty. Now there are some quests that are easy to miss, such as the one for Chakra, which is called Trail's End. For this quest to become available, you will need to have purchased her full inventory, so make sure that you buy her items each time you meet her. Now some players have reported that they've completed all other requirements including the Wishboard quest, but they still do not see the Silken Soul quest. If that happens, this most likely means you missed something along the way and you may need to complete some additional side quests to hit the required threshold. In my playthrough, I naturally completed some extra quests, so I didn't have this issue. For example, I did all the quests required to upgrade your needle, like the Great Taste of Pharloom and Pitmaster's Oil. On top of that, I did the berry picking quest for the Moss Druid in Mossholm and the Rite of the Pallet for Greyroot in Shellwood. So if you're still not seeing the Silken Soul quest after clearing everything else, try knocking out a few of these and see if that helps. The next thing that you need to make sure you have is basically linked to step 1. Once you have completed all the donation wishes in Belhart, you'll notice that Pavel, the NPC that's usually singing and dancing next to the bench, will start waving at you. Go talk to him and he'll hand over the Bellhome Key, which unlocks your personal room in Belhart, a nice little reward for everything that you have given them. For the next step, you need to get the Flea Caravan all the way to their final destination, Fleatopia at the Pale Lake. To do this, you need to rescue 25 out of the 30 fleas scattered throughout the game, and you'll also need to have discovered the Pale Lake area in the Putrefied Ducks. If you're not sure how to reach the Putrefied Ducks, I have another video that shows you how to do this, so check it out below. Now keep in mind that the caravan moves in stages as you rescue more fleas. They'll start out in the Merrill, then move to Greymore after you've rescued 5 fleas, then to the Blasted Steppes after 15 fleas, and finally to the Pale Lake once you've hit around 25 fleas, and, very importantly, if you have discovered that area. If you're having trouble tracking down the lost fleas, I've got a tip for you. There's a flea NPC named Vogue hidden in a secret section in the Putrefied Ducks. Once you reunite Vogue with the caravan, she'll actually sell you map pins that show you the location of all the remaining lost fleas. It's super helpful, and as a bonus, Vogue herself counts as one of the 30 fleas, so she'll contribute to that 25 that you need. I'm gonna be showing you the path that you need to take, so just follow the video along if you need some help reaching Vogue. For step 4, you'll just want to progress through the main story to gather all 3 parts of the Threefold Melody. These are the Architect's, Conductor's, and Vault Keeper's melodies. You'll need all 3 to unlock the large elevator that appears after you defeat the Clockwork Dancers. This elevator will lead you to your second encounter with Lace, who you need to defeat. Now, an interesting thing here is that after you defeat Lace, and assuming you've met all the other requirements we've covered, the Silk and Soul Wish should appear on the Belhart Wishboard, so you don't actually need to have killed Grandmother Silk before. However, I recommend that you do it anyway so that you can get the other endings that are available in the game. Once you're ready to start the Silk and Soul quest, go ahead and pick it up in Belhart, or you can actually also pick it up directly from the caretaker in Songclave. The quest itself involves collecting 4 special items that will help you ensnare the final boss. These items are scattered across Pharloom, but if you speak to the caretaker, he'll give you clues about where to find them. The first item that we're gonna get is the Maiden Soul. Head to the Chapel Maid, the friendly NPC that you met at the very start of the game to the left of Bone Bottom. Have a chat with her and she'll hand over the Maiden Soul. The second item that we're getting is the Snare Setter. You'll need to travel to Weaveness Atla, which is a hidden sub-area near the Chapel Maid's location. When you get to a sealed door that looks like a weaver's mask, pull out your needling and play it to open the door. Head inside and take the elevator all the way down. Now head towards the right passage, but before entering it, wall jump to reach a middle passage that will lead you to a mossy area. As you walk out onto this area, you will need to double jump to reach a secret upper nook. Here you'll find the Snare Setter sitting on an altar. The third item is the Hermit's Soul. This one's pretty easy. All you have to do is talk to the Bell Hermit in Belhart, and you'll find them in a secret passageway below Belhart's Bellway. And finally, the toughest item to obtain, the Seeker's Soul. This last item requires that you explore Biowater and climb all the way to the top. There you'll find a boss called Grohl the Great that you have to defeat. After you take him down, head past his arena and enter a hut to claim the Seeker's Soul from inside. Alright, so now that you got all 4 items, it's time for the finale. Return to the caretaker in Songclave and give him all 4 quest items, and he'll give you instructions for the final step. Head to the terminus using the elevator and head to Grandmother Silk's boss arena. Just before you reach it, the caretaker will be waiting to let you know that the trap has been set. Now it's time to confront Grandmother Silk. However, instead of binding her as you normally would at the end of the fight, choose the needling option instead. Hornet will play the melody, which triggers a special cutscene, and then the credits will roll. This is your signal that Act 3 has been unlocked. After the credits finish, return to the main menu and select your save file. You'll notice it's now encased in black tendrils that you'll need to break through to begin Act 3. And that's it. Congratulations, the world of Fharloom will now transform in new ways for Act 3, opening up new challenges, new areas, and new secrets. Before I let you go, there are some things that I want to mention. Act 3 significantly alters some of the areas of the map, so before you trigger it, you might want to wrap up any remaining side content, such as collecting all available mass shards and spool fragments. Once you're in Act 3, be prepared for tougher enemies across the board. And another big one is the Twisted Child ending, which will no longer be obtainable once you complete the Silk and Soul quest. So if you're interested in seeing that ending, make sure you get it done beforehand. There you guys have it, your complete guide to unlocking Act 3 in Hollow Knight Silksong. It's a lengthy process, but trust me, it's absolutely worth it for the new content and that true ending. If this guide helped you out, please hit the like button and consider subscribing for more Silksong content. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if there's anything else that you'd like to see me cover. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.